I want to talk a bit about the food additives. California has passed a law banning certain food additives from use and sale in California. New York is also considering a law of the same nature. I'm wondering if that's a subject that is at all on the radar of the Connecticut legislature.
This is why my Diet Coke tastes different in Europe than it does in the United States, right? Because there's different
Because
ingredients
these
in
are
it.
banned in Europe already.
Right, exactly. I would think so. I haven't heard anything specifically on that. I mean, Connecticut is a small state. We generally will take the lead of the larger states and kind of glom on to what the
I
larger
think
states
that's
have done.
what California is trying to do. They're trying to say, well, we'll be a leader. And of course, they want to put pressure on the FDA to do this, to do the
Right.
research and ban more of these additives. But I think that if Connecticut were to pass legislation similar to California and New York, that it might add strength to what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look, we did it on packaging a few years ago, I think was important, which was fought bitterly for a long time. Look, the data privacy bill I first tried was the California data privacy bill. That's failed spectacularly because that even though it was a law, it wasn't ready for prime time yet. So I'd have to look at what California did, if it's effective yet, if it's sometimes their laws take many years to be in effect, and
Well, this
sometimes
would be
there's
in
laws.
effect in 2027.
Okay.
The reason I'm so interested in it is because my son was extremely affected by food colorings. People don't realize it. They think about, well, you're allergic, you get a skin rash or something. No, this affected his disposition, his behavior. If he ate some Skittles or something, he could go into a deep depression
Wow.
and extremely affected his behavior. And I don't know that people are aware of the impact of some of these food additives on
Yeah.
child behavior. I mean, they especially affect children because their systems aren't
Yeah.
as tolerant. And so there's a real hazard to a lot of these food additives.
I agree with you 100%. Don't disagree with you. I think I'm talking from a policy perspective. It's important that we have our ducks in a row because there's always plenty of people out there who will fight these types of things to the nth degree. So before you go charging into a cause, we've got to make sure that we know everything first and that we had done our research and we're in good shape. But I agree with you. I think this is why I've always been kind of led the issue on chemical policy reform, because a lot of chemicals in food, whether they're preservatives or additives or just ingredients we never heard of before, ingredients to like Skittles to make things look bright and fun and makes you kind of hungry just looking at it, but they're dangerous and they can be dangerous, very dangerous to certain people like your son. I do think these things are very, very important, and where there's more science on these types of ingredients, these chemicals, and that we should be working hard to really educate the public for one, and two is to mount a concerted and a strong fight against them. But we have to make sure we have good coalitions and we have the information necessary. But look, I'm glad to look at California's law or New York's bill, because we generally need the state of California to lead on these issues, provided they get it right, and then we can, like I said, kind of attach ourselves to that.
I've already been talking with my local representative, and she seems to be feel the same way you do. I don't know exactly how to push forward on that.
Well, sometimes, like who's your local rep you're talking to?
Sarah Keat.
Oh, Sarah from Fairfield. Okay.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
I'm happy to talk to Sarah too about it. Sometimes it's just a matter of trying to organize ourselves a little bit in the beginning and then find out. But let me tell you, you put a bill banning some of these additives, you'll never know so many lobbyists exist to defeat it, which is why I said building a coalition and getting the information is crucial.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.